Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comic Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. If you don't know who I am your NCW very beloved emoji host, Amber. And today we are going to be talking about All Guts, No Glory number 2. To find Zenescope's latest releases, you will head to zenescope.com, press new releases, and it will show you everything in order that has been released previously from the first order. From there, you can also go on Comixology, as well as heading to your local comic shop. If they don't carry Zenescope, make sure that you ask them to carry it, because that's how you'll find out about today's newest releases. On top of that, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an edition of NCW. And you can always see that by catching that notification bell. Click that and you will subscribe. Make sure that you also react, you like, you share this so other people can find out about NCW and hear about Zenescope's newest releases. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy that you guys are here to join me today. Don't forget, at the end of today's show, we will talk about the latest NCW collectible and the stipulations on how you get it, as well as who won this week. Today, we're going to be talking about, as I mentioned before, All Guts, No Glory number 2, written by our own Ralph Tedesco. We are going to have 2 covers, and I am going to bring on Ralph right now. I love surprising you.
I wasn't ready.
I know you were.
I was doing an email. Hello. Doing an email? No, you'd say constructing.
Writing an email.
Constructing.
Okay, so I'm just going to get this out of the way, Stephen. I see your comment here, and I see that it says that we were supposed to schedule an hour from now, and I don't want to point fingers. I'm not going to, but somebody might have scheduled it for the wrong time. But we are doing our normal 3 p.m. time.
You look like you pointed to me when you said that.
Yeah,
that was my fault. I scheduled it. I used Central Time. I always have to remember to switch it. It's a pain because it won't let me. So I forgot this time. Okay, sue me. Don't sue me.
I'm just saying that our live viewership is down by a lot right now. Maybe because everybody was expecting that NCW was going to be at 4, even though it's always at 3. But who knows?
I'm sorry. Our viewership is dipped. We're screwed. It's my release of my book.
Are they going to cancel NCW? Hashtag save NCW.
Hi, Joe. Hi, I'll be Joe.
Okay, so Casey, will you pop up cover A, please?
That's my Joe impression.
We do have more Twitch users. Yay, Twitch.
Look at us. Oh, look at this cover.
Cover A.
Cover A.
So when you're a writer, do you get to decide what the cover concepts are, or does the publishing team still do that?
No, what? I come up with these concepts when I'm writing the books.
Oh, you do? Well, you see, I don't know, so I was asking.
Well, only Joe and me are the ones. Not to when we write our books, we usually come up with our own cover concepts, and Dave will for his usually. Sometimes we come up with them together, but and then for other writers, we will come up with the concepts ourselves. And Dave and I Franchini and me, I guess Walt both come up with most of the regular cover concepts nowadays. Whereas the collectible covers, we all come up with them together. I don't know what Amber's staring off. She's not even listening to me, guys. She's looking off screen at some point.
Okay, no, what's
I don't know if
happening?
everybody picked up on that, but I'll just keep rambling about covers.
Okay, no, I was listening to you, and now I learned all about that. But what was funny was I can hear Jason. So usually go to the studio, but I didn't go today because it's pouring rain and the weather's really bad. So I was like, I'll just stay here, and I'm in the back room. And I can hear Jay doing a fake cough, and I was like, what is he fake coughing about in the background?
Why is he fake coughing?
I don't know. He's fake coughing. I almost wanted to like take you guys on the tour of the back room so you could see. But
At the
anyway,
bathroom
so
or the back room?
the back room. No,
Okay.
I'm in the back.
Don't take us on a tour of the bathroom when Jason's in it, please.
Okay. Anyway, so here is cover B.
We should bring Casey on. Cover B. That's Kurt and Sarah. Kurt Julius.
Lovely.
I always want to say Kirk Lazarus when I came up with the character's name, but Kirk Lazarus is from Tropical Thunder, if you guys remember. Tropic Thunder, if you guys remember. But this is Kurt Julius. I'm not
talking about Tropic Thunder. Anyway,
derailing anything.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Why wouldn't you talk about Tropic Thunder? It's phenomenal.
It was like maybe a little canceled at one point. I don't know if it's been uncanceled. So, okay, moving forward. So I have a lot of pending questions, but in the meantime, let me read the synopsis of All Guts, No Glory, number 2. Sarah tells Jimmy and Craig the story of how she was turned into a vampire. Knowing the odds are slim, Craig decides they need some firepower if they're going to hunt the vampire who turned Sarah. Meanwhile, Jimmy takes Sarah to school to keep an eye on her. All the while, he prepares to humiliate himself in front of the entire class to fulfill a promise he made to the guidance counselor who's dating his mom. The drama.
The drama.
The drama.
Dating his mom.
Drama. Okay. No.
Oh,
nope. Okay.
You should tell your joke today.
Oh my God, I should. Okay. So I've told Ralph's joke multiple times, and I'm gonna say it again. Okay.
Hold on.
you okay? Whatever. I don't care. It's my show. A Mexican magician says he's gonna disappear on the count of 3. Uno, dos, poof. And he disappeared without a trace.
I can't even like, I'm done.
If you guys like that joke, drop it in the comments. I've probably told Ralph this joke
you guys should use that
5 times in the last 24 hours.
I actually asked Noah to tell you his snail joke. It's
Oh,
only 40 minutes long.
It was
for an awful punchline. Okay.
Oh, the crowd likes it. Okay.
It's better than Noah's joke.
If you guys come to the VIP event, I'll do a stand-up comedy hour if you'd like.
Did we get more viewers?
We're still the same.
You might hear some work on my house in the background. I hate to tell you. Sorry.
You know what else we could do when we go to Vegas? I've been singing the song Kokomo a lot. And so I'm thinking that we should go, right? We go to a karaoke bar and we go, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty. Anyway.
Don't you guys want to buy your tickets now? Listen,
come to Vegas.
Gorgeous voice. Pinnacle of comedy.
Okay, let's talk about the book.
Do you hear that or no?
I hear it a little bit, but for these series, why do you always do 3 issues? Is it the industry standard to do 3 issues, or it's just like we can tell a story like this?
I don't know. We're doing a lot of one-shots, bigger issues. We figured we wanted to do a new format for our books a couple years ago. Start trying to do less because people want more story and more bang for their buck. Mm-hmm. So we did bigger issues, less, so they don't have to buy as many issues to finish a series. You can do thicker issues. So the 3-issue minis. I mean, we used to do like some 4-issue minis and 5-issue minis and even 6-issue minis. Now this is just a way of doing it a little differently. So you get 36 pages of story for a little. It costs a little bit more, but you get a lot more story for your buck. So that's why. But
okay, so there's a chance.
We've been doing like a lot of one-shot, 64-page one-shots for like $8.99, stuff like that as well. Because people are used to binging now. Like it's a little bit different. I think like with Netflix and all, you want to get your stories out quickly. Why are you laughing? I don't know what you're laughing at.
I hear the noise in the background.
Oh yes, it's insane. This guy, this is perfect timing because he just showed up. He was supposed to come an hour later. And he showed up.
Did you screw up that time too? Because you said that NCW was at 4 and it was really at 3. So maybe you thought that the plumber was coming at.
Well, I wish our viewership wasn't down because of me.
Guys, hashtag save NCW. You know, let's just end the show here. What else do we have to talk about?
It shouldn't be that loud.
That's right, Jay.
You might hear my dogs start barking. My dogs will start barking soon.
So what do fans need to know about issue number 1?
That's great. Next question.
Ralph gives me long-winded answers for everything. One answer I need explanation.
Oh, so now I give long-winded answers, Amber. Now my answers are too long for you. Let's start with issue 1. All you need to know is this is about 2 cleaners. They're biohazard cleaners. Clean up at monster guts, and they get entangled in saving a vampire who they feel is worth saving from the monster hunters who want to kill the vampire. And so it's a kind of a love story, coming of age story, comedy, horror. It's got all the things you want. That's up my answer.
Okay. So you mentioned in our last interview that this lives in the same universe as Mango and the Bunny Man.
Yes.
Will we be seeing them at all, or can you not unveil that?
In this series, I will say you won't be seeing Mango and the Bunny Man.
Lame.
But there is a setup for a potential crossover event down the road.
Is there any sort of connection in either of them that's like maybe, you know, like how Disney will put like the Pizza Planet truck in the background of something?
No, there's not a lot there's not many like Easter egg stuff here. I mean, the cool thing about this series is we added in the Monster Hunter Survival Guide, which is what we published as part of this lore. So it's a part, I would say it's our like Monster Hunters universe expanding. Mango and the Bunny Man was like our first foray into kind of expanding upon the Monster Hunter universe.
Good word.
And then, and thank you. And then, what was the other word? Acumen. Was it acumen?
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I won't. Amber has great sales. Acumen. She goes, I got a compliment today. I have great sales acumen.
Stop.
It was funny. It's an honest mistake. Anyway, I forget. Whatever. That's my answer. It lives in our Monster Hunters universe. We're off the rail.
Okay, so in the first issue, I felt like I had a real sense of where the story was going to go. And in the second issue, it took a lot of very non-traditional routes. How pertinent is it in conferences to make sure that you're telling a story that you feel the audience won't see coming?
It's hard not to do. It's hard because like sometimes if I write something and I try not to read a review, but sometimes I'll be like, this is a common trope, and I'm like, I try not to make it common trope. It's important to keep the audience on their toes if you can. There's certain formula you use for like if you write a comedy screenplay or a dramatic screenplay, like there is a formula you're supposed to follow. And I think like in the last 10 years, you're still laughing. I don't know what's so funny.
Okay, now what's funny? No, finish and then I'll tell you.
Anyway, the formula I'm using there's my dog crying now. Was that what you're laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Okay, so in Scream, they're like when Jamie Kennedy talks, he's like, there's a very specific formula of how somebody survives. It's just funny. It's like the way you said it was very Jamie Kennedy from Scream.
Next question.
Okay, so this is more of a comment / I don't know, feedback. You expect me to believe that the girl in this, who looks like she's over the age of 30, is a freshman at USC.
Look like she's 30.
How How old do you think she was? Casey's laughing in the background. I think she agrees with me.
You're like mad at the casting. Why don't you? Did you write to 90210 and they cast Ian Ziering when he was like 40? I was like,
how old do you think that girl looks?
She's 19 in the story.
Do you think she looks 19?
Yeah, she's a mature 19-year-old. Leave her alone. Don't shame her. Age shame.
I'm not age shaming. I'm just saying.
You're age shaming.
I'm not age shaming.
She's 19. Maybe she looks a little mature. I'm sorry, she looks too mature for you, Amber. Amber.
Okay, so back in issue number 1, kind of seemed like maybe the old man was a little bit stronger than we realized. In issue number 2, we see a lot of his character develop.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a backstory that maybe we don't know about? And will it be unveiled in number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You have to read it. Can't give these things away. Obviously, there is a hint that he's more than what he seems. You hear that? I don't know if you hear that, but it's
I
loud.
do.
It's loud as hell out here.
I'm just trying to maintain my professionalism.
So he hints at a backstory that he's more than. We hint at a backstory that he's more than he seems. So yeah, you will have a little closure to that as well in issue 3, the third and final issue.
The third and final. Oh my God, is he gonna die?
Huh?
Is he gonna die?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you that.
Okay, can I say one more other problem I have with number 2?
Sure, Amber. Tell me all the problems you have with my story.
Okay,
I'm the only person who comes on here that you have problems with.
No, that's not true. I've addressed multiple things. Okay, so here's another piece I'm just wondering, and maybe I need insight on it. That's why I'm asking these questions on NCW. So, according to the kid in number 2, he mentions that he gets this job, and he got the job through his guidance counselor who's dating his mom, but the guidance counselor doesn't know the job and just signing up the kid up whenever he feels.
He does know. The guidance counselor thinks his cousin cleans houses. He's a clean, like he thinks he's an actual cleaning, like has a cleaning service.
And this kid is he 18 or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was going to say this underage kid.
No, he's 18. He says it in the story. Pay attention when you're reading this. He says he's 18. That's why he fits the bill.
Casey's laughing in the background.
His guidance counselor, he tested high for trustworthiness in his test he took. So the guidance counselor was like, "Oh, my brother-in-law has his cleaning business. I'll hook him up with you." And the brother-in-law was like, "Perfect. This kid will keep his mouth shut." It's addressed in the issue. I forget which issue. It was either 1 or 2. Maybe it was 3. Maybe it was addressed in 3. Maybe you didn't pay attention. We don't know the answers. Maybe you skimmed through the issue.
I didn't skim through.
You skimmed it. Yeah. So the idea is it's kind of like on the DL, and even the brother, the cousin doesn't know what the real job is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you shouldn't have a problem with this anymore. It's in number 1. Thank you, AR.
That's Aaron.
AR.
Again, today we are talking about All Guts, No Glory, number 2. If you guys haven't read issue number 1, you're going to want to do that first so you can figure out what's going on in number 2. And I've asked kind of some spoiler questions in number 2, but it's just not fun if I can't give Ralph a little bit of a hard time on NCW.
It's not fun for you.
I don't think it's fun for the fans. I think you look forward to it. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to clarify in number 2?
No. I don't think I need to clarify anything. I think the
story is
very
choices,
very straightforward. I defend my choices of the
kidding.
We also have a good review up on Twitter. I saw that was posted. I got a 9.5 and an A-. I don't know why I have a minus. But
I thought that number 2 was very good. I was more into number 2 than number 1. I like the singer storyline, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is very out of left field. But that's why I like because I didn't know what was coming. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
don't
know
know.
that we were going to get to go to his high
Wait,
school.
wait till issue 3 when there's another twist.
I also love how, like, again, today's we're just letting anybody go to high schools. Like, he can just bring his cousin whenever he feels like it.
What do you mean? Bring his cousin. His cousin's not to high school.
But no, I mean, he brings Sarah, but he calls her his cousin.
Oh,
Did you read number 2?
Well, he's. I didn't know you're talking about. I thought you were talking about. Yeah, but he's like, stop it, stop.
It was very good. I really enjoyed number 2.
Oh, thank you.
It had good acumen.
Not the word for this. Acumen. Curcumin.
Okay.
I think curcumin's a spice.
Anyway, again, today our only review was on All Guts, No Glory, number 2, written by our very own Ralph Tedesco, seated right
We
next
lost
to
3 viewers.
What?
We lost 3 viewers.
Stop.
Come back.
I can't with you.
Stop using big words.
Stop.
Like acumen.
That's right. If you want to hear more about All Guts, No Glory, and you want some more insight that does not happen on NCW,
type that in your browser.
you can click back in the comments. I saw Casey posted that a while ago. I can't with you. Okay, so we're going into recap mode. This will be very fast. Ralph, tell them about VIP event.
The what?
The VIP event.
Oh, let's mention the VIP event. Are you coming? If not, comment why not. Also, just for you viewers that have hung on through this, somebody on this stream, I'm not going to name names, is going to appear in cosplay. Rebecca Roth, who won our cosplay contest a couple years ago on our virtual stream, is designing 2 Zenescope cosplays for the show. And one of them, our very own Amber, will be wearing at the event. Very excited for that.
I'm very excited to go to Vegas. We booked our flights. We really hope to see you guys there. I'm looking forward to a very fun-filled few days.
It's going to be fun-filled. Filled with fun. If you haven't booked if you haven't got your ticket includes the collectible covers with it as well. So you get collectible covers, meet and greet with Ebass, Nei, Keith Garvey, Son, me, Joe, the Daves, Amber as a surprise Zenescope character. Rebecca as a surprise Zenescope character. We have a lot of cool.
Casey,
we're about to
Noah, Jason. I'll mention everybody else.
Casey and Noah. Maybe we'll do coffee with Casey and Noah at the event. We don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. It's worth going.
Maybe we could do morning alcohol with Amber at the event.
Who?
Morning alcohol with Amber.
Morning alcohol with Amber. There's an after party with open bar.
Really?
Raffle. We're doing some raffles.
A raffle.
We're playing bingo for prizes. One of a kind prizes that we have now I'm not going to say you're not going to get the Cheshire plushie. I know that's a big thing. We're not going to raffle off. We're not going to do the Cheshire plushie, but there will be some one of a kind merch that's not anywhere else. It's just one of a kind merch.
Yeah, stuff that we made and then decided that it was too good to sell to everybody. So we've been holding it on.
It was like samples we would get, but then it would either be too expensive to make or we hold off on it. Like random, like a Zenescope pillow. There's tons of stuff we have, different random stuff that'll be a lot of fun. The Ralph Voodoo doll. You know what? Maybe the Ralph Voodoo doll will get bingoed off.
Maybe. We
have a scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
raffle baskets. We're going to do a live Brushes Bargains, or actually going to go Joe's Secret Stash.
So you're not going to want to miss the VIP event.
Yeah.
You can go right now to our page to sign up. If you're not a VIP, you get a 20% discount on the membership to get it. Or if you are a VIP, you can just log into your VIP account and you can buy.
I have a link. I can drop a link.
He's going to drop a link. Okay. On top of that, next week's release, we have so much to talk about still.
Well, I have 5 minutes.
I know. You talked too long for the VIP.
You told me to talk about the VIP event. Then you asked me questions. Then you started laughing while I'm answering the questions. Can I tell you?
So next week's release is there's no release. It's No Comic Wednesday again. 2 Electric Bungalows. Maybe it will really just be a No Comic Wednesday. I'll pop on and we'll talk about the proper saying of acumen or acumen.
Acumen.
Maybe that's.
I have great acumen. I gotta put that in something. Last day to vote for Zennies.
This is the last day. We're the last final days to vote for Zennies. If you go to our Twitter, there's a link so you can vote. On top of that, so this week's winner for NCW is, congratulations, Daryl. I'm very excited. You are our latest NCW winner. You have won the very, very hot Sun Kumanaki, very, very hot collectible cover, a showcase version of that cover. Yay, the confetti.
I love this. We could do the show with the confetti the whole time.
Woo. It's my favorite emoji is the boop emoji.
I don't even know how she's doing this.
Magic.
Oh my God, man.
Speaking of magic, a Mexican magician.
I see what you did, Casey.
Anyway, so this week's stipulation is if you
say speaking of magic, a Mexican magician.
Oh, you just got that joke. Okay.
It was just I didn't just get it.
I know you weren't listening.
I was looking at how Casey was doing the confetti.
Daryl has on his profile picture, he has what's his name? Snow Miser.
That's not Daryl?
Dude, that's Snow Miser, who I love. I dressed up as Snow Miser.
I didn't know. I thought Daryl might be Snow Miser.
3 years ago. I won a Snow Miser. No, 4 years ago.
Maybe you should cosplay as Snow Miser at the.
Well, shouldn't I be Heat Miser? Because I have red hair.
Probably makes more sense.
Starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too.
You have a little bit of a Heat Miser vibe going now.
Hey. My mom used to say that I was Snow Miser and that my sister was Heat Miser, which is kind of funny because I'm always cold and I always want to be hot. But
didn't you you had blue hair, I thought, at one point.
No, I had purple hair.
Purple.
I'm gonna go back to blonde very soon. But.
No, after the event though.
I'm still gonna have red. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't feel
don't
like
want to tip it off.
I don't really feel like. Anyway, so this week's stipulation is if you became a VIP within the last year, send an email to Casey, send her that note, and let her know that you became a VIP and you'll be eligible for our next collectible. There's the email right there. On top of that, you can go and buy the NCW collectible covers right now. The giveaways we give are showcase versions of those covers.
Daryl has been revoked.
Why?
Selected new winner. Casey, take note.
Daryl is a diehard Cowboys fan. Oh my jeez. Daryl, we're becoming besties so fast, man.
Daryl probably is from Texas, unlike most Cowboys fans that I know.
I wish, Daryl, that you were coming to the VIP event so we could hang out.
When is the next Everything Zen? That's a good question.
Why is Catherine getting a
it comes out in a week. I think it comes out next week. Everything's in.
Because Daryl's a Cowboys fan. We had to pick a new winner.
That's not true.
That's right.
I was wondering what's happening.
That's right.
Catherine, I think we just shouted you out because we love you. But Daryl, don't worry. I will personally mail you this collectible. Don't worry. I got you. Boo. Okay.
Andrew lives in Philly now. He's from Austin.
Oh, Anyway, so on top of this, we have a bunch of streams coming up. Join Ralph and the gang. They will all be there next Wednesday and Thursday for our next VCon. It is going to be spring break, and we are going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun being had at spring break. So you'll be with Ralph and the crew. Be a great time. On top of that, thank you. On top of that, our next movie club is the end of the month. It is Species, which I'm excited to see the reviews on. Species.
That's the ET voice he did for Species. So stupid.
My voice.
Yeah, we're both doing it. We're both so stupid. We're equally stupid.
No, we're not.
Species. Yeah, March 31st, which is late. Yeah, late this month. We won't have Crystal for a few months, but wish her well. She's getting her surgery this week, I think.
We will miss Crystal.
Wish Crystal well.
We miss Crystal. 1 month from today, we will be at Fan Expo Philly, which will be our home show and our very first convention of the year. So I know that we have a lot of VIP fans. Come hang out with us at booth 306. It's going to be a fantastically great time. There's going to be some fun stuff given away. We're going to be selling exclusive collectible covers that you're going to love. And all I'm going to hint is, oh, bother. That's all I'm going to say about it. So make sure that you come and hang out with us at Fan Expo Philly. And then after that, our next event will be the VIP event, which we already talked. And then May, 2 months from now, we'll be headed to Motor City. So we're going to have a very jam-packed schedule. But I'm sure before then there'll be other NCWs. Ralph will be back on and we'll talk about more stuff from there. There's going to be a lot of stuff launching. It's actually the last opportunity to pledge to our Indiegogo. So if you haven't pledged, make sure that you go and you pledge now. Last opportunity. And what I will say is that we will be having more crowdfunding projects coming very, very soon that I know you guys are excited about. We teased some of them on the NCW. That was a No Comic Wednesday that Joe came on and talked to us about. So that's it. Ralph, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah.
On your show?
Get my book.
Get All Guts No Glory #2. Get The Courier. Get The Watcher. I read something else that you recently did, and I was like, wow, this is really good. I don't remember what it was, though, but it was really good.
Thanks. Unbound.
Unbound, grade 2. No, there was something else that I read that I was like, wow, this is really good.
Van Helsing vs. Robin Hood.
You know, I still haven't read that.
What? You still haven't read
it?
I don't know.
Adding it to my list. Okay, that was it. Thank you guys for tuning in for another edition of NCW, where you come for the covers, but you stay for the stories at Zenescope. I will see you guys next Wednesday for No Comic Wednesday.